Hello, kiddies and grown-ups too. Well, today we are going to listen to a very interesting story, and this story will give you a very good lesson for life. Well, the story is about the camel. Do you people know that how the camel got his hump? Well, some of the grown-ups may be knowing it, but for you little children, I'm going to narrate the story to you. Well, this is the time when the world was being formed by the God Almighty. In the beginning of years, when the world was so new and all, and the animals were just beginning to work for man, there was a camel, and he lived in the middle of a howling desert because he did not want to work. And besides, he was a howler himself. So he ate sticks and thorns and tamarisks and milkweed and prickles. Most excruciating idle. And when anybody spoke to him, he said, "Hump, just hump, and no more." He was always sitting idle. Presently, the horse came to him on Monday morning with a saddle on his back and a bit in his mouth and said, "Camel, oh camel, come out and trot like the rest of us." You know what the camel said? "Hump," said the camel, and the horse went away and told the man that the camel is not moving a bit. Then the dog came to him with a stick in his mouth and said, "Camel, oh camel, come and fetch and carry like the rest of us." You know what the camel said again? Yes, he said, "Hump," said the camel. And the dog went away and again told the man. Then the man sent the ox. The ox came in with a yoke in his neck and said, "Same, camel, oh camel, come and plow like rest of us." Same was the response from the camel, the sitting idle camel. "Hump," said the camel, and the ox went away and told the man. At the end of the day, the man called the horse and the dog and the ox together and said, "303, three who all? The dog, the ox, and who? Yes, the horse." So the man said, "303, I am very sorry for you. With the world so new and all, and you don't have a helping hand from the camel. But that hump thing in the desert can't work. You know, he has already told you hump, or he would have been here by now. So I'm going to leave him alone. And the problem here is that you must work double time to make up for the time that the camel is not going to work." Understood? So the man said, "You must work double time to make up for it." That made the three, who all? The ox, the horse, and the dog, very angry with the world so new and all. And they held a palaver and an indaba and a panchayat and a powwow on the edge of the desert. And the camel came chewing on milkweed, most excruciating idle, and laughed at them. He had a great laugh. Then the camel said, "Hum," and wittingly he went away again. Presently, there came along the jinn. The jinn, the magical jinn. the jinn in charge of all deserts, rolling in a cloud of dust. Jinns always travel that way because it is magic, you know that. And he stopped to palaver and powwow with the three, that is, ox, dog, and the horse. Jinn of all deserts, said the horse, is it right for anyone to be idle with the world so new and all? Certainly not, said the jinn, the magical jinn. Well, said the horse, there is a thing in the middle of your own howling desert, and he is a howler himself, with a long neck and long legs, and he hasn't done a stroke of work since Monday morning. He won't trot. You know, na, about whom the horse is saying? Yes, it is the Hump saying camel. Phew, said the jinn, whistling. That's my camel. The jinn already knew. So he said, that's my camel for all the gold in Arabia. What does he say about it? He says, Hump, said the dog, and he won't fetch and carry. Does he say anything else? You know what he says? Only hump, and he won't plow, said the ox. Very good, said the jinn, the magical jinn. He said, I will hump him if you will kindly wait a minute. The jinn rolled himself up in his dust cloak. You know how the jinns are? They are magical. So he had a dust cloak and took a bearing across the desert and found the camel most excruciatingly idle. He was always sitting idle, looking at his own reflection in a pool of water. My long and bubbling friend, said the jinn, what's this I hear of you doing no work with the world so new and all? Hum! Again the camel said, Hum! The jinn sat down with his chin in his hand and began to think a great magic while the camel continued to look at his own reflection in the pool of water. You have given the three, the ox, horse, and the dog, extra work ever since Monday morning, all on account of your excruciating idleness, said the jinn. The jinn was saying the right thing, that the camel is not doing anything, and because of the camel, the three, the ox, the horse, and the dog had to work double the amount of work they were supposed to do. And then the jinn continued. He said to the camel, and he continued to think about magics with his chin in his hand. Hum, said the camel again. Imagine the camel is not saying anything else other than hum. I shouldn't say that again if I were you, said the jinn. You might say it once too often. Bubbles, I want you to walk, said the jinn. And the camel said, hum, again, ignoring what the jinn said, that you should not say that word again and again. So what happened, you know? When the camel said, hump again. But no sooner had he said it than he saw his back that he was so proud of, puffing up and puffing up into a great big lolloping hump. He has now got a real hump on his back, kids. So the jinn said, do you see that? Said the jinn. That's your very own hump that you have brought upon your very own self by not working. Today is Thursday and you have done no work since Monday. when the work began. Now you are going to work. How can I, said the camel, with this hump on my back? That's made with a purpose, said the jinn. All because you have missed those 3 days, you will be able to work now for 3 days without eating, because you can now live on your hump. And don't you ever say, I never did anything for you. The jinn said this to the camel. And then he said, come out of the desert and go to the tree and behave. Hump yourself. And the camel humped himself, hump and all, and went away to join the tree, the ox, the horse, and the dog. That's right. And from that day to this, the camel always wears his hump. We call it hump. Now, not to hurt his feelings, but he has never yet caught up with the 3 days that he missed at the beginning of the world. And he has never yet learned how to behave. Well, now you know why we all should work hard. We should not sit idle. When our parents tell us to do some work, we should listen to them. Otherwise, you know what will happen to your back? I'm just kidding, but quite possible that you may get a hump. The jinns of the gardens or the jinns of the park may give you a hump for not working. So you all should work, just like the tree, the ox, the horse, and the dog. The camel's hump is an ugly lump, which you may see at the zoo. But uglier yet is the hump you get from having too little to do. Kiddies and grown-ups too, if we haven't enough to do, we get the hump, camel's hump, the hump that is black and blue. We climb out of bed with a frowsy head and a snarly, yarly voice. We shiver and scowl, and we grunt and we growl at our bath and our boots and our toys, and there ought to be a corner for me. And I know there is one for you all. I know that. When we get the hump, camel's hump, the hump that is black and blue. The cure for this ill is not to sit still or frowsed with a book by the fire, but to take a large hoe and a shovel also and dig till you gently perspire. That means you need to work hard. And then you will find that the sun and the wind and the jinn of the garden too have lifted the hump, the horrible hump, the hump that is black and blue. I get it as well as you all too. If I haven't enough to do, we all get hump, camel's hump, kiddies and grown-ups too. Okay kids, see you again with the next interesting story. Bye-bye. Keep working hard. Don't sit idle like the camel. Otherwise, you will get a camel's hump. Goodbye.
You did.